You're amazing. That fixed it.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so
So I'm gonna let me put it in the actual page.
yeah.
Okay.
So I actually I hadn't been recording, but I just started the recording. So maybe after you fix those pages, we can go back and look at that settings just for the record, and then that way you can refer back to it at some point.
So now I'm gonna take this whole table out, correct? And put it
Yeah,
into my regular.
yeah. Put your markup in there. So I'm not sure how the table got added. It must have been the WYSIWYG editor.
I added.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
I was desperate to get something to look more, at least a little bit
Yeah,
normal.
yep. Hey, that's pretty intuitive. Since you couldn't use divs and other tags, you figured out a way to make it look normal with a table. That's great.
Well, it didn't though. That was the problem. All the text was a mess.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, like, back a while ago,
Oh,
Debbie,
wait,
people used to create web pages using tables all over the place. That used to be how everything was created. And it was kind of a mess for
right.
everybody.
This looks great.
Awesome.
This is back to normal.
Perfect.
Okay, but what we did do is take out. I didn't save the original code for the SOSF.
Uh-huh.
What I did is I put in the table element that you told me to put in, which you see here.
Yeah. Okay.
However, as you can see, it doesn't look nice.
Yeah.
So so this is like, if we can get this page fixed, we are golden.
Yeah, I would take the markup that you pasted in the other page, and I would just use that markup, and I would just make sure that the content is using the right text and image and everything like that. So
I can use the Divi Flex boxes for this.
exactly. So since we changed that text editor settings for the full HTML editor, then all those settings are now propagating to all the pages that are using the full HTML setter. Yeah, so when you click on configure there, so just for the record for the video, we don't actually have to do it again, but just to show. So what we did is we scrolled down here, and before the limit allowed HTML was checked, we unchecked that because full HTML should allow like the full list of all different tags. And if you limit it, it might pull out certain things like div tags and other special tags. So since we've already unchecked that, you should be able to go back into that page now and save it, and no longer will those things be getting removed from your markup.
So would you assume that by my downloading that module for the accordion, it incorporated different filters than we had originally had set, and that's why it disappeared?
It's very possible that happened. I don't know exactly how that got unchecked, or got checked in the first place. It might have been the accordion. I really don't know, Debbie, but yeah, anytime that you're seeing like your markup being drastically changed on a consistent basis in a WYSIWYG field, it's a good opportunity to go check the settings and make sure that nothing in there is like, because a lot of those fields are designed to purposely change your markup, like not allow certain tags and things like that. It can be a security thing, right? So if you don't want your content editors kind of making layouts in the structure, then you can purposely say like, okay, no tables or no whatever, and it starts pulling those different tags out of the markup, so it doesn't allow them to do that.
Okay. I mean, it's great to learn another thing.
Yeah, there's so many little nuances. There's always
Oh my,
you can learn a new thing every day.
yeah, but it can cause a lot of stress until it's. Oh,
Yeah,
I tell you, I was so upset
yeah,
that I'm just glad that I had actually saved in a file on my computer what the code I used, because I was like, oh, if I have to use this again, I already have it.
yep,
This is great.
yep.
So
That was smart.
um,
That was really smart.
well, okay, I think I'm going to go and try to fix the SOSF homepage using I'll use the same div profile, right?
Yep. Yeah. So if you just take the structure, like the div structure from your last one, and
Yeah.
you only need 2 of them this time, right? Instead of like the 6 or 8 or whatever you had on the other page. But then I would just
Yeah.
I'd take 2 of those, and I'd put in the correct image and text from this other page, and it should look okay if you do that.
And it should center okay in the middle of the
It
page.
should. Do you want to try to do it real quick and see if we can get it working?
Um, 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 I'm there. Yep. Hold on. Oh boy. Let's see here. Let me just.
So you just
You know, I'm just gonna really cheat.
yeah. So yeah, you grab starting from the profiles, and then just grab the first two, and then make sure that you close the profiles thing afterwards. Profiles div. So yeah, I think you want that one last closing div right before the break. Exactly. Perfect. And if you do that, and click the source, yep, exactly. And then paste it right above the table. Yep, you got it perfect. And then just make sure you pop in the content that's currently in the table in the place of the stuff above. So you probably want to get rid of the rest of that as well. Debbie, see where it says style 100? Yeah, you can delete that part. Perfect.
Oh, what do we have? Where did you go? Oh, you can get rid of the other stuff.
How many profiles are copied there? Is there 3?
No, just two.
Oh, just 2? Okay.
Yeah. Now I want to go here. Right.
Yeah. It looks like there's to me, Debbie, it looks like there's 3 profiles right there. Do you see how there's 1, 2, 3?
Oh yeah, there is.
So we probably want to get rid of the third one potentially.
Okay, and then the second person.
Perfect. And so another thing I'm seeing here is do you see how there's Debbie, do you see how it's in a center and then a strong tag? We probably want to make sure we close those off still. So it's like a center strong. I don't know if we need all those tags. Maybe we don't need all those, but
Yeah, let's take them off.
yeah, take them off for now, and then we could always fix them afterwards.
Yeah, that's easy enough, right?
Yeah, and maybe yeah, and then I don't know if you need them in like a paragraph or anything, but you can just see what it looks like for now, and then change it if you want to.
I'm just gonna get rid of this stuff, okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try that. Let's see what it looks like, and we might have to make a couple changes, but it's good to give it a shot.
Yeah.
So it looks like that. So are the images a lot smaller in this?
I'm sorry?
Are the images?
Yeah, they are
They're a lot smaller. Okay.
smaller, yeah.
Okay. Let's go back and take a look at what's going on in there. See if we can make sense of it. Okay. So we have. Can you scroll up a little bit? Do we have it? So we have our profiles, and then a profile. Okay. Director strong. So can we clean up? It's hard for me to read up with all this extra markup. So you see where that paragraph with the at NBSP? Let's get rid of that thing.
Get rid of this?
Yeah, let's get rid of that. And then you see where it says it has that character printed a bunch of times in below there? Let's delete every time where that's printed in there. Just copy all that and delete. Yes, you can delete it there too. Yep, delete it there. And then you see how like up above though, where it's printed like a bunch of different times within that. Well, that you can get rid of that, sure. But even lower, like in the. Yeah, we'll do break tags instead of those. You can get rid of all those, Debbie. If we need extra space, we'll do break tags that are a little cleaner. But
Get rid of.
yeah, let's get rid of all those. But even like, do you see like in the elements themselves, there's like it's printed like a bunch of times. If you go up a little bit, do you see all those?
In here?
Yeah, let's get rid of all that.
Get rid of these.
Yep, all the way to where it says image. I just want to be able to read this a little better. Those are space characters, and we can add
Right.
space a different way if we want to.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, okay. So it's a little easier to read. And then can you like consolidate, let's see here. So there's a div that's a profile. It looks like, okay, so can you like, do you see where it says, starts saying like profile? Can you like get rid of the space in between where it first says profile and then where all the other markup is there? It's just a little easier to read, to see where they're actually grouped together. Yeah. You can get rid of that other space there and then. Okay,
Get rid
so
of that space.
yeah, so that looks good. And then can you put the div on the end there to its own line? I want to just like see exactly what this is, and then we can like indent other stuff if we need to. But I think
Is that what you need?
yeah, exactly. So now you can see how that's grouped as one kind of element there. And then yeah, and then and then I would just like
Hello?
what's that?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Debbie? Hello? Debbie, can you not hear me? So we're comparing the revisions. Those are the diffs between them. So that's what we used to have. It deleted a bunch of that stuff. And this is what's currently there. So since we fixed the WYSIWYG style that allows for the divs and the different tags, if we revert to that period of time, it shouldn't try to strip those out anymore, and we should get back to exactly what was there. So I would actually go back and try to actually revert to that change. So if you click the back button, exactly. And so back to the last working thing that we had was at 822, we thought. So if we click exactly,
What do you click on this one?
That's a good question. Yeah, click that one there. Okay. And then I would say, yeah, revert. Actually, I don't think that matters that we even clicked that. I think all we have to do is click revert because that's just for the diffing, I think. So yeah, let's click revert. That's just the left and right side diff. If you revert that, okay. And now if you click view, because we're on the revisions tab right now, let's see if we can see our changes here.
That's it.
Hey, we're back. That's great.
We're back.
So basically, why
I
the?
think I'll get some.
What's that?
I think I'll get some sleep tonight now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and So I think what was happening here is obviously we had the WYSIWYG style for the full HTML was removing tags, and so if you reverted previously, it was going to remove those tags again. It wasn't going to help you. But now that we've made it so it stops removing those tags, the reversion works, and all is well.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. No problem.
And to think all of that just because of one little check mark in that editor.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
Honest.
That's why at some point, Debbie, we'll have to go over how to do this in a structured way so we don't ever leave ourselves open to the possibility of the check mark deleting everything.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I hope your trip in Florida, except for my call, is a pleasure.
No, this call is great. Your calls are always a pleasure, Debbie. The internet was frustrating me, but that's not your fault.
Well, I really appreciate your time, Jim.
Of course.
Thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah, thank you, Debbie. I'll talk to you soon.
you. Okay, have fun in Florida.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.